It started when an alien device did what it did. It stuffed itself upon his wrist with secrets that it hid. Now he's got superpowers, he's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10.
He's Ben 10.
So if you see him, you might be in for a big surprise. You turn into an alien before your very eyes. He's even fast and strong, he's every shape and size. He's Ben 10.
Hey, he's Ben 10. Hey, Luda. What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan. Welcome back to the ToastOnRye Podcast. Ignore the hair because my camera ran out of space because of this episode. We went for like 2 hours on this one, so yeah, I gotta clean out some file. On today's episode, this wasn't really much of a planned episode. This was more of just that we just hit record and go. We talked about a lot of unpopular opinions and some other stuff like that. We talked about something serious on the episode too. It's just a chill episode as normal. At the time of this recording, nothing really happened. So we were kind of just like, what do we talk about? And we kind of just talked about whatever. So hopefully you're here for the ride. Leave a comment down below what you guys think and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys later. Big Nas, a little Nas. Did you ever hear like the version of Rodeo with Nas on it instead of Cardi B? To me personally, bro, that was better.
I just don't really like that song to begin with. So
I love that song, bro.
Nah,
I love that song.
Definitely not the Cardi B version. I definitely
the Cardi B version is ass. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of Cardi B fans are gonna be mad at me for that.
I'm backing you up on that because that was absolute.
I'm just not like I just don't like Cardi B. I think she ruins any song that's not hers. Like, I think as an artist, there's a couple songs I actually like, but when she's a feature on something, she automatically ruins it. Okay, because she's always stepping in shit that she doesn't belong in, like a Coldplay song,
or like Girls Like You.
Not a Coldplay song, like a Maroon 5 song, bro. Like, she don't belong here, dog.
The only song I like her on is the Finesse remix because I think that actually fits.
Yeah, it fits perfectly.
But you know. Girls Like You was ruined by that. What's another one that she was on that was ruined? It was that's like the prime example.
That's honestly like my best example because I can't think of another song where she ruined it. But I think
there's another Bruno song she's on that I'm not a fan of. I'm just like,
I don't remember which one it is.
It was one of the last things he put out before he started doing Silk Sonic. Which Silk Sonic, bro, drop your fucking album, dude. As soon as they dropped Leave the Door Open, I'm like, well, there goes the Grammys because they're gonna take all of it, bro.
Well, no, like that, like they're probably gonna win at least Song of the Year or like Record of the Year.
I'm sure they're gonna win at least 4 awards. Like, no way.
At least for Leave the Door Open. Skate is not as good as Leave the Door Open, but it's still really good.
Skate is still so good. Personally, I'd probably prefer that song over Leave the Door Open, but that's only because we've been with Leave the Door Open for like months now, and they just put out
That's true.
Skate,
like, Leave the Door Open has been out since you're going to feel like this is going to be fucking crazy. I thought it was like December because I remember like being at my grandpa's funeral.
No,
and I was like, they don't miss, bro.
No,
you're right. It was March because
I was still up at school at the time,
and it wasn't my grandpa's funeral. It was my aunt's birthday.
It's a very polar opposite.
Yeah, yeah. It's like celebrating someone's life versus celebrating the fact that they're still alive.
Either way, Leave the Door Open didn't fucking miss.
Yeah, either way, they didn't fucking miss.
Period.
Bro. I don't think to me, Bruno Mars has never dropped a bad album. He's dropped a couple bad songs.
Yeah, but
a bad album.
I
think he has one of the best discographies since Michael Jackson.
And he only really has 3 albums if you don't count the Silk Sonic one. So
it's because he made so much money off of fucking 24K Magic that he did. He was like, "Fuck this! I'm living off this for the next 5 years."
Like, plus Uptown Funk wasn't even his song, and yet he owned that bitch. Like,
yeah, I thought that was on one of his albums, and then I realized it's not.
That was Mark Ronson.
It was on this like compilation like funk album. It was like.
God.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. That was really good.
Get real in this motherfucker.
Feel right in this motherfucker.
Have you ever heard
in this motherfucker.
It's called Feel Right, right?
Yeah, Feel Right.
Or Feel Good or no, Feel Good. Yeah. Isn't it Feel Good?
Nah, it's Feel Right because like that's the first thing he says. It's like feel right in this motherfucker. I feel good in this motherfucker.
If you haven't heard that one, it's on the Mark Ronson album that Uptown Funk is on.
Yeah, it's
the Uptown Special is the name of the album, right?
Yep, it's Feel Right. Hold on, let me.
God, that's such a good song. It's more funny than anything to me because I wasn't expecting to just be. We'll be sitting in the hell. We drove home the other weekend and we came back up. And on the way back up, it was kind of like a dull moment. We were just kind of like chilling. I was also like,
you were tired as fuck,
I was hardcore
bro.
Napping.
You had a busy ass weekend, dude.
Yeah, that was,
to say the least. You had a busy weekend.
That was
so
something
you were tired.
else. So yeah, so then when my sleep schedule got so screwed up, like we were good once we started classes, and then we went back home, and then I'm like, well, I'm up at 4 a.m. Feels like summer again, and then it's like, oh great, I have to actually get up and do stuff. So we're going up, and I wake up, I'm just like, I pull up whatever's next on the queue, and just I feel right in this motherfucker. I feel good in this motherfucker.
I thought you never heard that song before.
No, I did. It's been a long time though.
I found it on TikTok.
That makes a lot of sense. Because that would be a TikTok sound.
Because I didn't know about the song because because up until that point I didn't know that Uptown Funk wasn't like a Bruno Mars song. Like it is his
head,
song now.
I consider
but
it his song because he's the one singing,
right?
But like it is Mark Ronson. It's a lot like how like DJ Khaled. It's like it's still his song, but at the end of the day, he's not the motherfucker singing it, so like no one cares.
Yeah, okay, but like I feel like Mark Ronson still has like a hand in like the production of the album.
No, he does.
DJ Khaled literally hires other people to make the album and just slaps his name on it. This man has made a whole ass career out of just slapping his name on shit.
We the best music. It's like
another one.
Yeah, pretty much.
He has 3 taglines.
Every song that's worse than like any artist ever saying their name. Like I'd rather listen to Jason Derulo say his name at the top of his lungs 3 times in a song versus DJ Khaled saying any of his catchphrases ever again.
Yeah, I think like Metro Boomin has a better catchphrase, or like Metro Boomin wants some more. Hey, like you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Hell, keep it simple like DaBaby and just let's go. There you go.
Nah, my thing about DaBaby is that he always works in like a food bar in like all of his songs. It's like ketchup, go out and get your bread up. I'm like, bro, like you didn't have to
ketchup, go put some cheese on it, go ahead and get your bread up. It's like bro, why? Every time. Or like in
Enemies with Post Malone, he was like, oh, like, give me a quarter pounder without the fry. I was like, bro, you're just hungry in the booth, bro.
Like, well, they're probably waiting and doing so many takes that he's just like, yo, can we be done? I'm trying to get that quarter pounder.
Nah, he wrote that, bro. I don't care, bro. He wrote it. He came into the studio preparing that shit, bro.
He was eating that when he wrote it, just on his phone, just fuck, I got some heat. Hold on.
I got some heat right here, bitch. Hold on. Give me a fucking second.
Yo, Post, you're not gonna be ready for this shit. And it's just
Post my enemies.
Like,
let's go.
Whatever.
Bro, I don't even know his verse on that album. Or not that album, the song. I just do all his ad-libs because his ad-libs are the fucking best, bro. Post my enemies. Let's go. Yeah.
DaBaby's a dude, bro. Like I swear, like
it's a polarizing figure because like with the whole comments on having fucking AIDS and shit in the parking lot, put your cell phone light up and all that shit, all that fucking all that fucking cool. Kind of homophobic shit. And then his apology was all half-assed, all like, oh, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. You didn't know like how I was trying to say that. I was like, bro,
just say you're sorry.
Yeah, just own your shit, bro. You fucked up, like.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what you were trying to say. The way that you said it, it means what I know that what he was trying to say now when he explained himself, but it still did give me a good excuse. You know what I mean?
He's too busy dressing like the Riddler to give a fuck.
But it took me a minute to like remember what the fuck you were talking about. I was like, what?
Love that means dressing like a Batman villain.
No, but.
the baby up to some nefarious shit.
Nah, but like I can still separate the art from the artist though. I still think he's a decent rapper.
Well, it's like Michael Jackson, bro. It's like he was a weird motherfucker. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Every time he hits that little okay, this makes me mad. He could have anyone on the planet or anything on the planet that he wants for stomping. Man, like the song "You Rock My World." He literally went, and they're like, Like,
this man just stomped
like,
with his arms in front of him.
Literally,
he got so much pussy.
He walked like he had a pole up his ass, and everyone just went like, "Oh, that's some hot shit right there." I'm like,
I don't know, bro. It's Michael Jackson, bro. You can't really question Michael Jackson.
Okay, controversial statement. Not really. I don't know why I said that. Unpopular opinion. That's better. Better way of putting it.
What are you about to say, Bailey?
No, while I do love Michael Jackson, he definitely owns the title of King of Pop because almost all of his songs sound exactly the same to me.
That's true. And everyone eats them the fuck up.
Including me. I'll still eat that shit up like it's Sunday night dinner.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna lie, there's times where I'm listening to like Beat It, I'm like, this is like the same exact beat.
I mean, he has a lot of one thing that makes him like one of the greatest of all time is that the man never played an instrument. You know, he is
by definition a performer.
Yeah, like he only performed, but he had an ear for music. He would just tell people, "Hey, I have this idea, I have this melody. Can you play this on your guitar real quick?" And that's how he built all of his songs.
Yeah.
So the fact that he can't play an instrument but still knows really good song structure, he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, you ever see that episode of Phineas? Well, of course you have. You're obsessed with it.
Yeah, I fucking love that show.
But I was mainly more for like anyone that's listening, if there is anybody. No, but basically with Phineas and Ferb, you know the episode where like Ferb was controlling the dancing, and like Jeremy, let's all dance till we're sick. Let's all dance till we're sick.
Yeah,
the whole thing. So he's controlling Jeremy so they can pass, and he's just like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There you go.
I know what you're
I'm convinced that Ferb was Michael Jackson in that moment because like that man is a robot when it comes to like dancing.
Well, the thing about Ferb is that he's a man of many different skills. He can build shit. He can low key sing. He's a bass, bro. Like for someone that has that high of a voice at 12 years old, bro.
Ferb's the GOAT. Like no one loves Ferb enough. Like it's always like
because
Isabella. Wow, I can't talk. Isabella was too busy simping for Phineas, and he was like, "What are you doing, the fucking Dorito head? Get out of here, bro." Ferb is a god.
Yeah, but Phineas was like since his name is first and he talks the most. You know, I don't blame him.
Fuck Phineas Flynn, bro. Ferb Fletcher. Y'all sleeping on him, and like, you know what? No, actually not, because Vanessa recognized his talent.
Also, how old is Vanessa in the show?
We don't gotta talk about that. I'm just happy. My man got the bag, and I'm happy about that. All right.
Okay, but here's my main thing about the Phineas and Ferb universe. Okay, even in the movie, if you've never seen Candace Against the Universe, I'm not gonna spoil it, but for the most part, Perry just got off of work in the beginning of the film, right? Like he took off his hat and shit. He went to go chill in the backyard, and then Major Monogram say, "Hey, I need you to come back to work." I'm like, bitch, he just got off 30 seconds ago. Like, let this man take a fucking break, bro.
He just got off the clock, and you're like, "Hey, yo."
Perry does nothing but chase that bag, bro. That man had not one love interest, bro. He was focused on the bag. Granted, Major Monogram never give him a fucking break, bro. Like, he'd be like, "We'll see you tomorrow." I mean, you need a vacation, but we'll see you tomorrow. And then fucking Perry would looking with that fucking death stare like, bitch, like, I work 45 hours a week, bitch.
I am more than full time, and you're not gonna let me give a.
You make me work nights sometimes. Doofenshmirtz isn't even awake. Like, what the fuck?
The only love interest he had, I'm convinced, is his fedora, and that's it. But then he cheated on that fedora with the fez, bro.
Okay, but the fez was fucking baller, though.
Okay, if you've never seen the opening with, or not the opening, but the version of the Agent P theme song, it was during one of those like historical episodes.
Yeah, like where they did like a different time period or like a different
movie.
Yeah, like
parody.
a different style.
It was basically an Indiana Jones parody.
Yeah, pretty much.
And he comes in out of nowhere when like Doofenshmirtz is about to fuck up Phineas and Ferb, and all of a sudden it's just like doopy doopy doo. He comes through the door, but he's wearing a fez, and they work that into the theme song.
We're the fez,
and it's the same exact theme song, just literally for them to be like, "It's Perry, Perry the platypus, fez," or like, yeah.
Damn right, he has a fez. Yeah. Put some fucking respect on it, bitch. All right, y'all. So, I haven't done this in a while. This was a scrapped segment I did a while ago. So I don't know why I'm mentioning it because you've never seen it. But today, for most of this podcast, we are going to go to Reddit. I fucking love Reddit. And it's because I could find anything on that motherfucker.
Bro, Reddit's kind of scary, bro. Like,
yeah,
like there's
especially fucking r/ask Reddit, bro. Depending on the question, bro, that shit be getting deep, dude.
Didn't you tell me about some dude that like is faking that he's in college?
Yeah, so he dropped out his first semester, but he felt too ashamed to tell his family, so he just photoshopped fake transcripts from said university up until grad school. So he's been doing it for the last 5 years, but he's just been working at a factory for the last 5 years. But his family thinks that he's in the dorms, just living his best life with straight A's. And I'm like,
he's in his own apartment or whatever.
Yeah, or something. He
in the bag.
He didn't live in the same state as his family, so it was very easy to lie to him.
Yeah.
So all he did was just mail them the transcript and came home every once in a while just to pretend like he's visiting. It's god damn, dude, caught himself in a lie. There's another one which don't sue me if this is the right woman, but she owns this cupcake business, right? Or like a bakery. And she's told people that it's this homemade cake batter that she's been using ever since her great grandmother was using it, and she's been using it to this day. It's actually store-bought cake batter from a local grocery store, and she buys those motherfuckers in bulk.
Damn.
So that way she never runs out. And she admitted inside the thread, she's like, if anyone ever finds this out, that's a wrap for my entire career. My business is done. So I'm like, damn.
Securing the bag by any means necessary.
Pretty much. But
that's messed up.
For this episode, we're going to go on to r/unpopular opinions. These could be very much, very low surface level opinions, or some shit that might start a debate. I mean, me and Bailey are pretty much the same. We don't really disagree on a lot of things, but
when we do, we will go down fighting, disagreeing.
I don't know about that.
Fuck you.
But let's start off a little bit light, okay?
Cool.
From r/unpopular opinion, this person says, apple juice is better than orange juice.
1000%.
Yeah, okay, that was too easy.
I fucking hate orange juice, bro.
I think orange juice, even when, orange juice is bad when you have just brushed your teeth or something. That's obviously bad. But even without that, it's just a bad juice. It's a low tier juice, man.
It's weird.
I've slandered cranberry juice on this podcast before, but even that's better than orange juice, bro. I think I even said on that episode that I prefer orange juice. That did not age well, dog, because I had orange juice at home when we went home last weekend, and that shit. It almost tasted like bird shit. Now, what? Don't ask me how I know what bird shit tastes like, because I don't.
Ryan,
but I
think you know what bird shit tastes like.
No. I would imagine that's what orange juice, or that's what bird shit
trying
tastes
to cover
like.
his ass.
Nah, bro. I swear to you, I've never had bird shit in my mouth. Or maybe I have, and we just didn't know. Who knows? Some restaurants could be kind of questionable. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, chill, Peter. No, I'm not a big juice guy to begin with. That's such a weird segue.
I'm not a juice guy.
I don't really like juice that much though. Obviously, when I was a kid, it was whatever. But I'm not okay. I'm a man. No,
I am a man.
I
am a man. No, but seriously though,
y'all know that reference. Anyway,
yo, if you get that reference, you had a good childhood. Anyways, move on.
But okay, obviously, me being, in his 20s, sitting there and looking at let's say you're looking at a table and there is juice, soda, milk, or water. What do you think I'm going to pick?
Water.
I should, but not all the time.
Is this motherfucker gonna choose milk?
No, soda. That's my one vice is soda. Like I could go
That's
without
fair.
eating any junk food, but
I don't know. Chocolate milk is
like-
not bad, but like regular milk is kind of.
If you just choose to go up and openly get a like at our dining hall, there's an option to get milk as a drink, and there's like chocolate and regular. If you just go up and I see you get just a glass of white milk, I'm not sitting near you. Like,
here's the thing about white milk though. It's good if you're like on a specific diet, like if you're like working out or some shit,
or something like cereal.
Yeah,
For you to just sit there and be like, I'm just gonna get this milk.
gotta get this fucking milk.
Like, God, you don't need that. Your bones are fine. You don't need to drink it like that.
I don't know. I've never broken a bone, and I ate a lot of cereal as a kid, so I feel like that's what's really like helping me here.
I mean, you're still getting that from chocolate milk. It's just there's like extra sugar and shit because it's,
yeah, but chocolate milk isn't good with certain cereal. Now, fucking cocoa pebbles, bro.
Yo,
Chocolate milk and cocoa pebbles.
Don't talk
bro?
to me about the Pebbles. All those cereals that were Pebbles were ass. Period.
Really?
Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles.
Yo,
I'm not a cereal guy to begin with, but I hated the Pebbles.
why?
I just hated. I hated the texture. I hated everything about them. They were
I fucking love the pebbles.
they're
Or the
not good.
fucking more so fruity pebbles because cocoa pebbles is whatever for me. But
chocolate cereal all taste exactly the same. It's just in a different font. I'm sorry, but that's how it is.
yeah, no, you're honestly not wrong on that.
It's
You're
just-
really not.
That's not.
No, yeah, I mean like that's the same with fruit cereals too. Just the difference is there's just different textures.
Which is like, but even then, it's like I still think there's a bit of a like. Obviously, if you have Fruit Loops, it tastes like Fruit Loops.
No, fuck
if you have
that.
Tricks.
Nah, Fruit Loops are
tastes like
ass,
Trix.
bro.
Get out of my room.
No, bro, Fruit Loops are ass, bro. They keep cutting my fucking tongue and my mouth and shit.
I
It's
think that's just your problem then,
Nah,
because
bro,
Fruit Loops
it-
have never done that shit.
every time I've ever eaten Fruit Loops, dude, it always like cuts the inside of my mouth. Like not in like a fatal way, but you feel it. You know
Are
what
you
I'm saying?
sharpening them or something?
No,
Like, how-
bro.
how?
No, bro.
How
It's
does
just,
that work?
I just eat those motherfuckers and they just be not feeling good in my mouth. like that's like I think they're probably low tier cereal, bro.
Wow. But
Honestly.
those Fruit Loop straws, bro.
Now those Fruit Loop straws
They're
are
bringing
another
those back.
fucking
Did you
level.
see they're bringing those back?
Dead ass?
Yeah.
You know what they should bring back, bro?
What?
Those Danimals Crush Cups, bro.
Just unlocked a memory. Oh
Bro,
my
my
God.
mom never let me have those. So honestly, I might buy those shits in bulk. like,
You know what I haven't had in a long time? A Go-Gurt. I haven't had a Go-Gurt in years.
I never liked Go-Gurt
Why?
because I just didn't like how I was eating them. You feel me? Like, I didn't really like the whole tube aspect. I didn't really like the flavors.
But bro, then freeze them and it's like a popsicle. But it was frozen yogurt.
That's even. I feel like that would be worse. I never had it.
Gas.
but-
I don't care. That was absolute gas as a kid. My dad would get Go-Gurts and then every once in a while throw one in the freezer for me. He's like, I'm having a bad day. He's like, look what I got for you. And he pulled out a frozen Go-Gurt. I'm like, you're a god. Like that's what's up,
I fucking
bro.
loved Danimals as a kid.
I didn't really have Danimals ever. I had it once.
They were never in my house. They were always in my slightly more wealthy white friend's house.
I had one and I didn't like it because it was like too sweet or too sour, I think.
Really?
It was like a strawberry banana kind, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, then
And
I
it was
was
a
okay.
little too like
Sweet.
sour.
Really
actually.
sour? I never
Yeah.
really got a sour vibe from it.
I don't know. It was
Like,
too
I never
tart.
really thought like that. I don't know.
I also didn't want to sound like an old English person and be like, it's too tart. Like,
What
shut
the fuck does
up.
that even mean?
It like sour-ish, I think. Like, don't quote me. I don't know what I don't know what it actually means, but anyway.
Bro.
Back to unpopular opinions. This trailed off.
This one is a little more like serious, so I don't know, but you should not be expected to stick around if the kid is not yours.
I agree.
I agree, but I also
It's
think
a situational basis.
like it,
too.
like yeah, it's a situational basis because the thing is, let's say the kid is yours, but you didn't like. A lot of the time, the topic of abortion comes up, right? Or like,
Wow.
or like certain different things where it's like, hey, I don't really want a kid. You don't really want a kid. Maybe we should consider that. Or vice versa. I want the kid, but you don't. I believe ultimately, because I'm not really having the baby, it's still kind of up to the woman if they want to put themselves through that thing. Now, with that being said, let's say like I didn't want the kid, but it is mine. But I said that, like it's still their choice. I don't think I should be obligated to still stay, even though the kid is mine, because I made it clear. I made it like a thing where it's like, hey, I kind of don't want a kid, despite me kind of doing this to you. You know what I mean?
Well, it takes two to make that happen, though.
Exactly. So I don't know.
You can't just blame it all on the guy.
Exactly. It's like you can't really blame it all on me, because at the end of the day, you're still choosing to have the baby. So it's like, I feel like in that situation,
well, I mean, for like pregnancy periods, like it takes two people to make that work.
Yeah.
So for you to just be like, oh, well, you did this to me. Nah, we did this together.
Yeah, like we did. Like this is a joint decision thing. Like ultimately, you still decide if you want the kid or not.
Well, yeah, because you're not the one that's gonna lug it around your gut for 9 months.
But let's say I didn't want it, and that was my final like decision, and you still wanted the kid. I feel like you're not really obligated to.
I think it depends too, because like I said, it's a situational basis, because let's say if it wasn't even that exact like situation, you could think about, oh, hey, you meet a woman who already has a pre-started family by having their kids with another person, then you come in. I can see why somebody doesn't want to necessarily like be around all that, because it's like you don't want those kids to get attached to you and look up to you as the father figure they're missing now. And then you don't want the other person to expect you to step up and really like dissolve into this. It's like, no. That's, you can't expect that from anybody. So I don't know. I think whatever the actual post said or whatever, I agree with it. Like
where it's like, basically the post said, you should not be obligated to stick around if the kid is not yours.
Yeah, because again, it's like if you choose to stay and all that, and you choose to like be there for that kid, regardless of if it's yours or not, that's your decision at the end of the day. But if it's not yours, what's the point?
Like to put it to put it this way, I believe everyone should have the choice. Okay, so the woman should be able to decide what happens to their body, but it's still changing both of these people's lives. So I feel like the guy should still be able to decide if they want to stick around or not.
Yeah.
Even if it is their kid. Because at the end of the day, it's still their life. It would be kind of, depending on the situation, it'd be kind of, messed up to abandon someone who's having a kid. But also, if you made it clear that you didn't want the kid, it's still your decision to leave. I feel like that's a fair thing for everybody. You should be able, regardless, you should be able to decide what happens to your body, and you should be able to decide how something changes your life. I
agree.
So
yeah.
Now, and for me personally, I think I would still stick around, because I had a similar situation where, I had a father that decided not to stick around, but then also tries to creep his way into my life again. I don't want to be that person. For me personally, I would stick around, but I believe people should make that decision if they want to stick around or not. Even if you were like, I kind of want the kid, but maybe this is not the best time for me right now. If you want the kid, that's perfectly fine, but don't expect me to stick around, I don't know.
I agree with that.
It's a very much of a balance thing. I feel like that's a perfect balance.
Well, it's always, like I said, it's a situational basis, so you really got to like evaluate all the factors involved.
Yeah.
Because if you're just going to ditch without really thinking about anything, or stick around without really thinking anything, I don't think you're going to really enjoy your decision making later on. So, who knows?
Astrology is a coping mechanism. Oh, dude, it's the way
Oh, wow. I kind of don't want to comment, but I do.
Bro, nah, bro.
Fuck it. Yeah, 1,000%, bro. 1,000%. Because while I feel like it's not as unhealthy of a coping mechanism, but people use that as an excuse to be shitty people all the time.
100%, dude.
And it's too much. 100%. Like, bro, my sun is in Sagittarius, so that means that I can go and be racist and not have any consequence. They'll be like, no, that's not
That or
That's not how
because
this
you're
works.
a Scorpio that gives you a right to be a bitch.
Yeah, no, it's like
no.
No, you can't just like go and like emotionally embarrass someone in public and it's just like, why would you do that? I'm a Scorpio. Like no, fuck off.
Yeah,
like
shut the fuck up. Like you're a Scorpio, you're not a dick for the most part.
That's debatable, but
Like the thing about Scorpios is that because like my mom's a Scorpio, and the thing that I've learned about Scorpios is that they're hot-headed people. Kind of. Like if you get them going about something, then
that's accurate
then yeah, it like that's how you like that's just how you are. That's how Scorpios are. They're a little more angry people. Because like even with my mom, like it doesn't matter who you are, okay? If you fuck with me, her child, bro, that's a wrap for you.
Mama bear.
Like it doesn't matter. And that's just the Scorpio in her. But what's not being a Scorpio is just putting other people down and saying that, oh, that's just my Scorpio nature. People don't know how to handle me. No, you're just a bitch.
You're
like,
acting like you're better than other people, or you're acting like it's justified because of, the fucking constellations when you were born.
Yeah.
No one gives a shit.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think astrology is actually really cool because I downloaded CoStar more so because someone told me to. They were like, oh my God, you should do it. And I'm like, this is going to be stupid, but whatever. I was in a talking stage at the time. But but I downloaded it and then like I read through like my entire chart and I was like, oh shit, low key, some of this is kind of accurate to who I actually am.
Yeah.
But with that being said, I'm not gonna make me being a Libra my entire personality.
Yeah, God no. That's just not right.
Especially since your sun sign isn't necessarily your entire personality.
Yeah.
That's what the chart is for. There's other parts of, like I'm a Aquarius moon, quote unquote. I really read into that shit, but I was down bad. But like that's more like that fills more of the parts that a Libra doesn't.
I just was not prepared for you to read that off of that page. That was like, ooh, that's gonna get some people mad.
I don't know, man. I think, like I said, astrology is cool, but in moderation. Okay,
Yeah.
don't let it be an excuse for
be
certain
an
things in
asshole.
your life, like to be an asshole or saying, "Oh, he's just an Aquarius. He was supposed, or no, more so a Pisces. He's just a Pisces. He was supposed to do me wrong anyway." Nah, he's just a dick. Like that's
Again, you're not holding people accountable then because it's like, oh hey, you can't hold them accountable. They're a Sagittarius. That's just supposed to happen. Like that. No, it's not how it works. You can't just be a dick and then be like, oh, I can get away scot-free. Like no.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, wow, yeah, that was fun. I like that one.
Loud vehicles are not so much cool, but much rather annoying.
Oh, 1,000%. Any guy that's in a muscle, I'm sorry. There's so many guys up here too that are like, they think they're like busting around these like shitty Pontiacs and like acting like, yeah, I'm going to get laid. I'm like, no, because you can't drive because it's going to be in the shop for the next 2 months because it's a piece of shit car that you think you're flexing because you're compensating. Anyway.
Like there's this one guy, I've told this story to you before, but there's one time back in high school when I was a little bit more of like, not a vulgar person, that's the wrong word for it, but more of like a socially confident person where I kind of didn't really care what happened socially. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if I said something to someone, my thought process was, I'm never going to see this person again anyway. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've kind of changed from that a little bit, but at this time, that's what I was in. And we were driving in one of our friends' cars. I was in the back seat, and there's this guy who was driving next to us at a red light. Like he like stopped, and his truck was probably the size of our bunk bed. Okay, like that's how you get into his truck, was climbing into your bunk bed. Like that's how we got in, right? And and I rolled down the window. I stuck my head out and I was like, how big is your, or no, not big, how small is your dick? And he was like, why does it matter?
And drove off.
And drove away. You could tell he was compensating, bro, because like that shit was a little too big. And I want to know how much gas costs for him.
That's what I'm saying. Plus, like all the people that are like revving that shit to make it loud as well. I'm like, that was $20. That was like
basically, yeah.
You wasted half your tank doing that. You're not smart. Like I'm sorry.
Yeah. What's really impressive is owning a moped, bro.
Okay, listen up. All you college students, bro. If you got a moped, you're going to start pulling, bro. I'm telling you, there was a dude last year. Shout out to Ty. He knows what I'm talking about with this. We would get food, bring it back to the dorm. Every single time we saw this man come back on his neon green moped, mind you.
Why is that
like,
the detail?
Like electric lime moped, had a new person with him every night. And literally when they left, it was like the walk of shame where it's like it's holding like the shoes and you're like, oh, damn. Like, there you go. Every night it was a different people, sometimes multiple. So I'm like, mopeds are hot, I guess. Like,
I've never seen a person with a moped without somebody on the back.
Dude,
I've never seen that shit.
It's one person was riding in front of the person on the like sitting in front of him and behind him. Yeah. I'm like, it's a moped. Like, dude, this is not a Harley or like a car. Like, this is.
I think I know the science behind it. I think it's because it's not a car. Because cars are basic. Everybody has a fucking car, right? But it's not as dangerous as a motorcycle. So what's a healthy middle? A moped. They still feel safe, but it's not as basic as a car.
I will never understand mopeds.
I think that's how it works. Honestly,
maybe
I think
I'm suppressing it because I wanted one when I was younger. I never got it.
Just get a moped. I think the only downside, because we live in the Midwest, is that it'll snow. Like for 8 months out of the year. So
what's the point?
So like, what's
get
the point?
Vespa.
That's like having a convertible here.
Yeah, it's like, bro, who are you trying to fool? You know you have the top on most of the time. Like,
exactly. All right, for our final one, because it's a little more lighthearted, okay? And it's not really something as deep as some of the other ones on this episode, but the word or categorization of dramedy needs to fuck off forever. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I'm sorry, I clipped your shit.
It's, bro, like, if you look at the wavelengths of this shit, there's a fucking, with just a black line in the audio.
I wasn't expecting that, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, bro, do you,
that was
like, funny. Do you agree with that, though?
Yeah, because it's like,
because the thing with dramedies is that it's forced drama inside the comedy.
It's forced comedy.
Yeah, one or the other.
It's too much of the one category because, like, technically, all comedies have drama in it.
Technically, anything has drama in it because then there would be no story to tell.
Exactly. So that's why I'm just kind of like, when you're like, it's a dramedy, I'm like, first off, stop saying that. Second off, no, we're not doing that.
It's not that dramatic or it's not that funny.
Yeah.
It's no in between.
Because then it's like, it's a really good drama, but then it's like you try to insert jokes here to like lighten the mood. I'm like, a kid just died. I don't want to hear a joke. I don't want to hear a joke right now.
Or like someone just got kidnapped, but then like the comic relief character
like, where's my Chinese food? It's like,
so, hey guys, I got the pizza. Bitch, your child is dead. Like, so
you didn't want pepperoni? Like, no, that's not.
I'm like, bro, like, it's just bad writing. You know what I mean?
It's late. Yeah, it's lazy and it's confusing, and it's plus again, stop calling it a dramedy. Stop.
I mean, like, that's how I feel about like a lot of different like fusions of what's the word?
Genres.
Yeah, of genres, and they're like romantic comedy. Most of them are just comedy. Okay, you just happen to have your main character have a love interest, but a lot of the time, like, then it's not a romantic comedy if the people don't get together at the end.
Yeah,
because then it's just a comedy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't really like romantic comedies anyway, except Crazy Rich Asians, and the first two All the Boys Will Ever Loved Before. Okay, I literally like threw my fucking remote when I realized there was a second one. I was like, there didn't need to be a second one. I know that there's books and shit. I don't give a fuck. It did not need to happen.
I'm more like that about the Kissing Booth.
Oh, especially the Kissing Booth. But I don't even like the first one.
I've never seen them, but I just knew there was no reason to make 2 and 3.
My ex at the time really liked rom-coms, so she ate anything that was a rom-com up, dude.
She ate that shit.
Anything. The Kissing Booth, Crazy Rich Asians to All the Boys I Ever Loved Before. The one movie that I actually liked was Crazy Rich Asians. Everything else, it was like, okay, that was a time that I can't get back.
There are some good romantic comedies out there. Like I love Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Would you consider like any Adam Sandler movie a rom-com?
It's hard because some of them actually are romantic comedies, but
like
some of them aren't.
He sets it up like a romantic comedy pretty much in every movie.
Some of them.
It's always the quote-unquote ugly guy.
If that's
likes
more of the actual
girl.
plot, then yeah. Like 50 First Dates, 1000% a rom-com. Pixels, even though there is like a whole like love story thing kind of going on in there for Adam and whoever the fuck that other actress is, I don't consider that a rom-com because they're kind of too busy getting eaten by Pac-Man right now. Like,
oh god,
like that's like that doesn't really count.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it depends because don't get me wrong, Adam is the first one to be like making a rom-com because it's easy. It's like, hey, Drew Barrymore, you want to make the third movie that we like look into each other's eyes that we love each other so much?
I mean, a lot
like
of it,
Blended is a rom-com.
I mean, a lot of his movies anyway are just vacations, but filmed essentially.
Dude, that's why I respect Adam, bro. Like Grown Ups, do a third one. I don't even care. That's gonna be because I'm still gonna eat that shit up. Like,
you know, a movie I'm actually excited for, but I've never seen any of them.
What's that?
The Jackass movie, like the new one.
Yeah, dude. Oh, we gotta binge those. Like viewer discretion advised because there's some gross stuff.
Like I was watching the trailer for Jackass 4, right? And like you remember when like they had a softball player pitch the ball into his dick, dude, and they showed that shit in slow mo.
Yep.
And I felt that
every
shit
single one,
in
bro.
my gut, dude. So here's my question. Do they always hit each other in the dick at least once in every movie?
At least once, yeah. Probably, I would say that's pretty fair.
Okay, here, not at least once because I'm sure like that's like is 50% of the movie, but like at least like 3 times. Is it in every movie?
That's probably accurate, yeah. I mean, the whole point is doing like crazy stunts and pranks.
That's not a stunt. That's just pain.
No, well, it's still a stunt. It is a stunt, but the whole point is like they're being stupid. Like
that's just pain, bro. That's not a stunt, bro. Like
what's
a stunt? A stunt is a life-threatening thing. Okay, hitting you in the dick.
Some of the stuff they do can be life-threatening. They literally opened the second movie with a running of the bulls. And none of them are prepared for that shit.
Didn't he get hit by the bull too?
Yeah, one of them gets knocked over, and you can die from that, just like getting kicked in, by a horse.
So. I'm kind of curious. Is there like a legal contingency plan?
Oh, they
for somebody dies.
Well, they're not going to show somebody dying, which is actually ironic because the only person from their crew that died had nothing to do with Jackass when he died. Like that's why it's
like was
it's
it of natural causes? More
yeah,
so? Okay.
or I don't remember the exact reasoning. And it was still sad because I really liked that guy, but it was like. I found it kind of funny that I was totally expecting him to do something stupid to die, and he didn't. Just like Paul Walker. Like, obviously, it's sad that he's gone. He was gone somewhat young, but it's also ironic as shit that you're in a movie called Fast and Furious and you died in a car crash.
Yeah, that is very ironic.
Like, just the I'm not even trying to make fun of him. I'm just saying, like, it is like, ironic.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah.
Well, but like, what I mean is, like, do they have. Like, let's say, like, somebody died because of the stunts during the filming. Do they just cancel the whole movie? Or...
I'm not really sure. I know at the beginning of every movie, they have to, like, do the warning. The acts, performed in this were by professionals, and we do not try this at home or whatever.
Because then for the movie to work, everybody has to survive it. So, like, if somebody dies, do they just cut everything? Or...
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, this used to be an MTV show with a bunch of just, like 20-year-old idiots.
Really? Because I thought it was just, like, all, like, just movies.
No, it was an MTV show.
Was it basically better? Like, was it basically ridiculousness, but better? And, it wasn't stupid videos.
Ridiculousness is scouring the internet for that stuff, whereas they were doing it themselves.
So, like, which one do you think is better, the Jackass show?
I don't hate ridiculousness. I just think MTV needs to calm the fuck down with that scheduling because it's like there's literally, if you look it up, the current schedule for MTV, if I'm not mistaken, almost every hour of every day, it's ridiculousness back to back to back. I'm like, I get that's what's getting you your ratings.
Yeah, but it's not even that funny anymore.
It still makes me laugh, especially like listening to like Stilo commenting because he's like the best part of the show.
Stilo is the best part of the show. Yeah.
But like, it gets old pretty quick when all you play on that channel is literally that all day, every day.
Just like how Cartoon Network only plays Teen Titans. Go.
I was about to say, if all they played was Teen Titans, then we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Or how Nickelodeon only plays SpongeBob now.
It's like, SpongeBob's great, but also like give other shows a chance, bro.
I don't know what Disney's playing right now, but they honestly don't really give a shit about animation anymore because they only do like
live action sitcoms anyway.
Which all of them are fucking horrible now.
Like Bunked.
Hell, please tell me that show's over.
I hope so.
I hope so too. It's a spinoff of Jesse. It shouldn't have gone that long.
Literally, and it like barely...
half of the main characters of Jesse aren't even on the show anymore. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. And you didn't have to make it a spinoff. You could have just made a new show about camping.
Well, no, because they couldn't. Because in the last episode, Jesse literally left.
No, I'm saying for Bunked, like you didn't need to make that show a spin-off of Jesse. You could have just made it a new show about camping and give other people a chance to break into the industry.
Which, looking back at the Disney sitcoms, were they actually good? Like, I haven't seen a lot of them in ages.
No, a lot of them are actually bad.
What about Good Luck Charlie?
That's okay. Again, dude, it's really shitty writing though, because it's lazy. It's made for a demographic of people that are like not critical.
I was about to say we were also children.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not to say that it's a bad show, but it's like it's made for children. So of course, the
I rewatched the first few episodes of School Life on Deck, right? And the acting is so bad.
Yeah. Welcome to sitcoms.
It's so bad. Like, specifically Debbie Ryan's acting. Like, it was early in her career. So I'm not
pretty much like her big breakout.
And she was a literal child. So like, I'm not going to shit on her too much.
Versus older sitcoms can get away with it because one, you actually have experienced actors usually in the role.
Yeah.
And then they can also get away with a lot more like smart and witty writing because people
like a lot of the adults in those shows were the best actors because they were obviously like in their 30s. Like Phil Lewis, who played
Mr. Mosby.
Yeah. Like obviously his acting was great.
And whoever plays Teddy's mom on I don't know the actress's name.
Yeah, me neither.
I know Eric Allen Kramer because Bob Duncan's a fucking goat.
Bob Duncan, dude. He lost so much weight.
Rocky Mountain chick, you make my heart go sick.
He lost so much weight during the show too. Sick. Like I remember fucking season 1, he had like that fucking gut and shit. And then like by season 3, he's like shredded, has fucking muscles and shit. His chest is popping out and shit.
I could see him being like a live action Mr. Incredible, honestly.
Yeah, he's in a lot of fan casts, isn't he?
I could see him. I want David Harbour to do that. One, I don't ever want them to make a live action Incredibles, but like
why not?
It's perfect the way it is. Do not touch that movie again. Incredibles 2, the villain was the only thing where it was just kind of a letdown, but like the actual movie itself is pretty good. But again, you had Brad Bird come back. They didn't make it until they had a good idea for it, and then that paid off. And I want them to make a third one just to close it out, because if Cars can get a trilogy, Incredibles deserves one.
Oh, bro.
So...
And Cars 3 was just a whole...
Cars 3 was just, hey, sorry about Cars 2. Let's forget about it and move on.
That was a very big apology.
Yeah, pretty much. It was damage control for what they did in the last one.
It was such a cliche, like, sports film, too. It was, like, whatever.
Literally, it's the same plot. Like, don't get me wrong. I know the whole point of this movie I'm about to mention, the whole point of the plot is for it to be like that because it's a very stereotypical plot. Cars 3 and Ricky Bobby have the exact same plot.
I thought you were going to say Turbo.
No. That Turbo's a little different.
Do you still hate Turbo or?
I don't hate Turbo. I just don't think it's that good. Like,
I think it's great.
It's just whatever. Like when they dedicated like 15 minutes in this film to, whoa, that snail is fast. It's kind of like, okay, we get it. He's becoming a fucking viral. There's other ways to do it.
That's fair.
Plus, I don't know. 2013 was a weird year because it kind of just had stuff happen. Like Iron Man 3 and Thor: The Dark World were both that year. And that kind of sums up like, it was a weird year of like, okay, some of the biggest things happened in 2012. How are we going to come up with other stuff after that? Literally, that's the best analogy I could come up with. We had the Avengers And then Thor: The Dark World was the next year.
Oh,
it's like
God,
you're not gonna talk. Which Iron Man 3 was also that year, but even that has some issues. So it's just like
Yeah, with the whole Mandarin thing. And
yeah, which now they're covering their ass with Shang-Chi, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay though.
It's all
okay.
good. Oh
Anyway,
God.
that wraps up this episode of the podcast. We went off the rails again after that other last unpopular. I don't even remember what it was. You remember what it was?
I like ice in my milk.
It was not that. It was not that.
That's just on my mind now.
That's gonna haunt my sleep.
That's my sleep paralysis demon for the next month.
It's just a glass of ice and milk in it.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
But it has eyes and shit.
That's just demonic. Anyway.
Yo, big shout out to Bales. You already know how I feel. Thanks
Yes,
for coming
sir.
on. I mean, we live together now. So
Yeah,
it's
I was
like,
about to say it's kind of like if I'm not on, I'm just gonna be awkwardly in the back of my desk, just
not
working.
even that. You like, bro. Like, you wouldn't even be in frame. You'd just be with your fucking like AirPods and shit, just watching Dirty Dancing or some shit. I don't know. I don't know. So, I mean, that's your mom's favorite movie. But
Yeah,
I don't know. But
it is my mom's favorite movie. Shit.
this is a little bit of an unplanned episode, but hey, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching if you're on YouTube. Thanks for listening if you're on any audio platform this is going to be on. No, Bailey, let's not do that. He did the fucking, what is that even called?
I don't know.
I don't know what it's called, but like it's that hand thing. If you look at it, I don't know. Like for all the audio people, like, anyway. But and then like I'm gonna be editing, and then like that'll do the come in frame, and I'll like give you my hand while you're behind me. I'll like slap it, bro. You got me. Yeah. No. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I will see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.